Welcome back, everybody. We're here for more Monster Train, and gonna continue trying to make the challenges work. Our record isn't great so far, but that's alright. Been looking at some of these, and this one looks tough but interesting. We just get a whole bunch of dead weights and calcified embers, and cards aren't discarded, so I do have some plans for how to maybe make this not as miserable. And step one is going to be using the alternate Stygian to give us some foregone powers to be able to maybe discard some of our blights so that they're not stuck in our hand the entire time. Step two is going to be going to as many cave events as possible, because there are a number of cave events that care about the number of blights in your deck. Obviously, if you get Dante, he has like 15 stacks of multi-strike, and that's just ridiculous, but even beyond Dante, there's a few others that could be helpful here. And step 3 is going to be having some sort of powerful standalone champion, because our early turns are often going to be just full of blights. But we know we'll be getting our champion, so we want somebody that can handle especially the early fights on their own. And I think Penumbra might be good for that. Potentially the Melting Remnant, if we get the Burnout upgrade, could be strong there as well. Vulcan doesn't make a ton of sense, I don't think either version, and Hellhorn a little bit too weak as well. I'm just gonna go with Umbra and maybe look for the Trample upgrade or something. So let's see what we can do with, what is it, 13 extra blights in our deck. Let's go. Alright, we get Prism Retrieval, Mortal Trade, Ice Tornado. Ice Tornado could actually be good. We'll, again, have so many blights that having a way to spend all our mana in one card is actually sort of helpful. And Permafrost as well. The Permafrost, I guess, doesn't matter here. We don't discard cards anyway, which actually makes these Immortal Trades better. It means once we draw these, we get to hold on to them until they're useful. Prism Retrieval, not a huge fan, but maybe we can make something happen there. And let's see what we get here. Drop Cage or Light's Gift. I'm certainly going to be going with Light's Gift. We can just set up our champion on the top floor and have him handle quite a bit of things. And we have Seraph Cleansing. Unfortunate, but still, this will definitely help us out in the early game. Once again, we're really looking for Trample here. Didn't get it, unfortunately, so we're stuck with either Architect, which is usually a good one. So I'll probably pick that anyway, and as we pick up more units, it'll be helpful. Again, especially with the Light's Gift, we can really make a top floor that's really, really powerful and doesn't have to worry about much. Versus the Gorge, where we're going to have a hard time drawing to our Shade Splitters. Probably not as strong, so we'll take this, and probably, yeah, this trial's going to hurt, but we're going to take it. I think we'll need the extra help. Wow, that's an extraordinarily good turn one hand here. And again, we just want to set up on the top floor. Everything's going to be dazed when it gets up here, so that's really good for us. Can't unfortunately do anything about these first few guys. I don't think I'm too interested in playing Immortal Trade. I will start purging the Calcified Embers. There is a chance for the Cavemen that converts these into good cards later, but we have like 8 of them or something, so I think I'm alright with getting rid of a few. And here we'll want to try and apply Frostbite to the stronger units to make sure we can actually eliminate them. Right, and of course this sticks around in our hands, so we have the Immortal Trade for the boss phase. That's kind of nice. See, dealing 30, not quite what we're hoping for, but that's alright. And here I will play the Prism Retrieval. Get a much stronger Steward. Go ahead and just hide him in the back. And yeah, go ahead and apply a bit more Frostbite. That should maybe the last of the damage we take this fight. Oh, this guy's still getting through, man. It's really unfortunate. Literally nothing we can do about it though, so what are you gonna do? Worried about the boss. I'm not worried about the boss at all, so I'm just gonna get rid of another Ember. Alright, obviously get rid of this. Can't play an Ember here. Can't fit any Shade Splitters, so I guess we'll just play some Stewards. And we're winning, great. Alright, well we got our gold Empire. Got a bit more hurt than maybe I would have liked, but still that's okay. Ember Forge is kind of interesting. It lets us have some energy to play all these stupid calcified embers and maybe get them out of our deck. So that's not bad. What are other options? Entumbra Assault. Certainly fine. We don't have a way to hit backline units at the moment, so that could be helpful. Barrels I'm not as impressed with. Again, we don't have that many great ways to generate morsels, and this is definitely a dangerous card to play otherwise. So it's between these two. The Ember Forge, I don't think it's quite what we want, so I'm just going to go with the Assault here. And Offering Token looks really good. Again, helps us draw through all the Blights, helps us get rid of the Blights in our hand that we don't want. Pretty nice. And as usual, we'll be hitting for a Steel Merchant Stygian unit. I don't know if they're going to help here quite as much as usual, but it's okay. Alright, we get Incant, Damage Shield, and Endless. Bit of an awkward combo, hoping for a Shark maybe? No? Okay, so Incant definitely worse than usual. We're gonna just be drawing lots of Blights rather than spells, which means less chances to actually get Incants going. But these are both Incant units, so I'm gonna have to take one of them. So I'm gonna take the Siren of the Sea here, give her the Armor Incant, and try to make her into a tank of some sort. And maybe Damage Shield just to make sure she can kind of get off the ground. Seems okay. Let's see. Next circle, we can duplicate something. Don't know that two of these is great. You don't usually want Incant, Armor, and Damage Shield on your backline unit. So what else would I be duplicating? Maybe the Offering Token or the Ice Tornadoes are like fine. I guess there's no point going to a Merchant of Steel after this fight, really. So I can spend a little bit to remove something here. And the Calcified Embers are removable, so I should probably do that. Although I can also just spend energy to remove them, which makes me kind of want to just like remove a Steward or something. It's a tough call. You'd have to have some pretty calm turns to be able to play one of these, I will say that. So I think I'll spend to remove one of them. And hold on to 90. I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out yet. Okay, and here we have the option to give our enemies extra armor. It's going to be tough to kill them if we do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think we'll be okay still. These trials are getting dangerous though. Let's see, you take up one. So top floor is actually a little bit awkward this time around. Since our champion effectively takes one slot with his summon ability, we will be just short here, so I'm gonna set up in the middle, I think. Or maybe even on the bottom, actually. Get our incants going as early as possible. That makes some sense. Burst, I guess. Again, play this in the front as a tank. Just massive frostbite. It's a little bit awkward. We do get an ice tornado. Might be looking to play that this turn and try and eliminate some of these units. Yeah, that seems fine. Would have been nice to play one of these stewards, but I guess we can do that this turn as well. So that's what I'll do, and then I can Ice Tornado the next turn to try and clear these guys out. Which means this foreground power is not really doing much, as he won't quite die, and then just die to a single hit from the tornado anyway. And maybe I even do this on the boss to try and kill it or something. So with that said, I guess I'll incant a Shade Splitter, and then just I can play a Steward up here or something. Seems fine. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Ooh, we are not. Okay. I'm still gonna do this, I think, down here. Let's see. Just wondering how much eliminating these guys helps versus trying to save some damage up here on the pyre, but I think we have to go with this one. Okay, that gets us really close. We can do this for an incant, and we're gonna get there. Alright. So that's nice, we get to save a bunch of damage on the pyre that way. And let's see what we have. Morsel, again, it's going to be a little tough unless we can find a Morsel Maker or some such to, well, no, not some such. Specifically, Morsel Maker would make a Gorger work, otherwise it's just going to be too hard to draw the cards we need to support this sort of thing. Another Mortal Trade isn't bad, again, with the fact they stick around in your hand, they're kind of good, but we already have two, so I think I'm just going to skip here, and... Alright, I like both these. The Ice Tornado, again, just a good way to engage some energy, but I'll take the Crypt Builder. It sometimes gets discarded off of our foreground powers, and we can also just play it for full cost, and it's sort of similar to an Ice Tornado, so that seems fine. Okay, and we get our option of another enchanted creature, it looks like. Whether we like it or not, that's the way we're going to have to do things. And with the final boss that cleanses buffs and debuffs, I'd rather not invest in Rage and just pick up a second Siren of the Sea, and we'll build this one as more of a DPS. And that should be okay. Alright, so now we could go for the Merchant of Steel and try to improve this other Siren. And that isn't so bad, versus this is what, a third Stygian banner. A little less excited about that, maybe. Let's see, the Pyre health here is certainly nice. Concealed Caverns could be something, of course. What's our next Steel Merchant? Let's see. Get a Magic here if we'd like, but we probably won't go that way. This next Steel's not for a while. Could regret this if we get something really sick from the Concealed Cavern, but I think I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. The Pyre health can end up being relevant on the boss fight as well. Again, we have just... what was I trying to say? We have so many bad hands that it's expected that we might take some damage, so... Alright, these are not what we're looking for in our DPS unit. Quick is like fine, I guess, but even that, maybe it's good enough, but man, we don't have like great ways to buff it beyond just the incant, so I don't think it's going to be good enough. So I'm just going to do a full reroll here. Still not what I wanted, honestly. It's just all defensive stuff. I could give it a large stone. It's like damage, but man. I guess the two of them are just a full floor then, and we do the champion with some other stuff. It's not great. Oof, this is horrible. I really don't think I want a large stone on this. It just doesn't accomplish what we need. So, yeah, that was a complete waste of time. Let's hope there's something in the cavern that makes this less bad. Okay, so this is good. We can pick this up and turn all of our calcified embers into good cards later. That's pretty insane. Or we can pick this up and have basically infinite energy for the rest of the run. So would I rather have infinite energy or turn my 5 calcified embers plus the 3 I'll get, so 8 calcified embers? And I think because I picked these incant units, I'm gonna go ahead with this. This also gives us extra energy once they're converted, and it'll just help with incant triggers, so we're gonna do this one. And that's one of the events we wanted, so it's a really good start. So now we just have to get through a couple of fights with our deck being even worse, trying not to purge any more of these embers. Just hoping to get there. Alright, and we're going to be back to setting up on the top floor to once again take advantage of the days. Get our good siren for the front here. So we're going to be putting the second siren somewhere back there. So the only question is, what do we want to do with this steward? Do we want him to just die to this constructive explosive, or do we want to keep him around? And I think I'll keep him around for now. He could do something someday, so we'll fire this off for the trigger though, I think. Oh, and of course he stays in our hand, so we can even just play him whenever. It's kind of nice. I need to remember that all our cards have permafrost, though the foreground powers make it like slightly worse, but still. And once again, oh, there goes that steward. But yeah, just looking to incant on the top floor as much as we possibly can. Alright, the assault's nice here. Though, let's see, can we make this guy survive somewhere? 0, 2, 1. Well, I'm certainly going to play at least one of these. So we'd have to play 2 morsels in front of him for him to survive this floor. That's not great. It's even worse down here though, so what can you do? So I think rather than doing all that, I'll just incant again and just play a bunch of these. I don't want them floating around our deck. So I guess if I play 4 down here, one of them gets to attack, sure. That sounds fine to me. Bit of a shame to waste these good morsels, but what can you do? Days, of course, helping out a bit. This haste unit, not what we were hoping for, unfortunately. Man, he just keeps throwing bombs wherever I want to play these stewards. It's really rough. Looks like we're leaking these 2. That sucks as well. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna start getting these out of my hand so we have room for other stuff. Okay. I guess Ice Tornado makes sense here for the time being. Didn't quite do what we needed, but it's alright. Let's see. They're currently doing 40, so if I play one more spell, they're actually... Oh, they'll be at 44? Are you kidding me? Okay, I can play this, though. And the other one. And that would let us kill the front one and then kill the one behind as well. Sure. Okay, so that gives us an extra kill, which is nice. Pirate continuing to take some damage here. What can you do? I think we'll be totally fine at the top here. The creatures are reasonably strong. And we even get the days, so that's pretty nice. Once again, as these are converted into good embers, will be in really, really phenomenal shape. So. Alright, double our energy, transfer frostbite, apply trample. Don't see a ton of reason to double our energy, I don't think. Though, maybe this is worth grabbing. These other options aren't that good, and if we can find an X spell of some sort, again, this basically has permafreeze, so yeah, you know, I'm gonna try it. There's certainly applications. Alright, in the meantime, we can pick up another incant unit, not really what we're looking for, I don't believe. Our Penumbra is gonna start costing 0 space effectively, but that doesn't change our math too much. It maybe means we can throw some morsels in that unit on that floor for now. So we can try to get one of these sweepers going. Frostbite's certainly good. Spell weakness, not as powerful. We don't have that many damage spells at the moment. So I'll pick the Voltilia up, see what we can do with it, and probably want to draw. Yeah, well, we won't have energy problems once these get converted. Let's just get draw. Alright, we can pick up an Umber unit and some cash, or go to Magic Merchant and do some removing. The Magic Merchant has some stuff I'd be interested in, but I think the Relic could be good, and we do need to find a tank for our Celia. So let's try to do that. I'll grab this first, I think. Okay, well, that does something, maybe? Right, it makes Kindle make even more energy. That's kind of cool. It makes Prism Retrieval sort of interesting. Right, so X spells, again, could maybe do some busted here, and we're kind of on the lookout for an X spell anyway, so I don't hate it. Versus the Gust of Coals could be interesting. We try to set up another floor where stuff gets dazed. Could be nice for the Siren to try and get some hits without getting quite as devastated. But I'm gonna see if I can't make this into something truly broken. And of course our Umber unit. Let's see what we get. These aren't the ones we're looking for, unfortunately. That said, I might have to pick up the Crucible Warden and just make it a serviceable tank. It's gonna be tough, for sure, but I'm gonna do it. Let's see what our champion's doing. Wouldn't mind the trample, but we can't. Once it takes up the extra slot, that screws up our math. So for now, we'll be taking the extra space, then maybe look to do this next time. Who knows? Full health when they move up the floor. That honestly isn't that much of an issue. We mostly have one floor at the moment anyway. The Cold Celia might do something to support units, but beyond that, we won't be contributing a whole lot of damage on previous floors, so I'm actually going to take this. Which is not to say that I think this fight's going to be easy. I don't think that, but I just don't think this is going to affect it too much, so might as well grab a relic. And as usual, we're going to try to set up on the top floor and leave. Though again, there is some consideration to trying to set up on the bottom so we can get some extra triggers on stuff like Penumbra Assault, but I'd rather just fight them where they're going to be dazed. Here I certainly will be using Penumbra Assault to go ahead and get some more souls. And may as well play this Shade Splitter as well. And I'll get the Coltelia set up, I think. I can bias a turn with this guy while also certainly going to give it attack. Do I want to give it health? Whenever I ever give the champion health, I'll give her health as well. Could help. Alright. And here we want the Crucible Warden. Though he's going to take quite a beating, unfortunately, but what can you do? We do want the Coltelia to start eliminating stuff in the back. And let's see, do I care about playing this Train Steward? I suppose I may as well play it. then go ahead and give him some Frostbite. Drawing our strong units really slowly is a bit of a problem. This guy's gonna get through with full health, but he at least doesn't hit that hard. So that's something. Oh, we drew both of our Sirens. I didn't even notice that, so definitely play them both. And start incanting as much as we can. Though maybe, well, yeah, I guess it's fine. We'll take the armor off anyway, so it doesn't actually matter that we're incanting on this floor. I would like her to survive if possible. Here, though, we get to hold this off, which is great, because that means this guy will actually die. And I could Ice Tornado down here, and that seems reasonable to me, so I'll do so. Fantastic. And I think I'm best off just getting as many incant triggers as I can. Prism Retrieval, gonna give us what, some kind of Steward here. It's not super helpful, but we're not doing much else anyway, so might as well play it. We need a 35 power Steward. This guy's unfortunately getting through at full health. So it's gonna be what, 4 hits to the pyre. It's pretty scary, but not much we can do about it. And here we'll. Yeah, I guess we'll just deploy this guy behind. Seems alright. So yeah, again, this fight was scary, but the trial didn't end up mattering too much. Let's see, you're getting hit for a whole heck of a lot. Don't like that. Don't think we can save much here. Let's see. Yeah, lifesteal doesn't do anything. They just both die immediately, so that sucks. Yeah, the tricky part is we need to start to get cards out of our hand, but I also don't want to get Ember Drains. I guess we play some Stewards and hold on to this for now. Oh, my god, that guy went to 1. Okay, so the Trial Heart is there, but... Okay, that's a great draw. Okay, now I feel like we're gonna be okay. Obviously, we're in some trouble. I think we get our Calcified Embers converted now. Okay, we win here, good. Just go ahead and play our cards. Generate 12 energy, why not? Hopefully there's some Pyre health coming up. We got a Volatile Gauge, huh? Alright, well... that trial wasn't worth it because I'll certainly be skipping this one. We're about to get a whole bunch of 0-cost cards. We have a bunch of 0-cost cards, so it's just not good, unfortunately. And we get our option of an Ember Forge, a Void Binding, or a Crucible Extension. I don't think the extension does a whole lot. Ember Forge, again, we could kind of throw it down somewhere and generate some energy. That doesn't seem like too big of a concern. I might take the Void Binding here. This is another one that you can just kind of hold on to until it's relevant, so why not? Discarding our hand periodically is good. Though there are now some cards we're trying to hold on to as well. But we can also hold on to this one. I'm going to take it. We'll see. Alright, well, our deck obviously hugely better at this point. This gives us lots of energy to work with and lots of additional draw, lots of incant triggers off of all of that. So really, really good. You see these. And yeah, we're in decent shape now. Again, probably have to go to the Pyre Health, and once again, Concealed Caverns, something we're interested in anyway, so let's check those out. And hey, we can even afford a trinket sometime. Trader's Coil actually shockingly good here. All these consume. Kindle consumes, this consumes. Yeah, I might be buying that one over these other options. Let's check the cave. Okay, so we certainly can't be paying Pyre Health. I want to pay coins for an artifact. Usually you'll have to spend like 100 to 150 here, maybe, something in that ballpark, which we can't afford. So, let's do it. Have to be a little bit careful if we get unlucky. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of extra card draw certainly helps. And yeah, I will pick up the Trader's Quill. There's just enough upside there, I think. And am I interested in purging for money? Where am I going next? Certainly this Merchant of Steel, I imagine. So... gonna want to improve the Siren and like all of our... Yeah, we're gonna want the cash, so we'll hold on to it for now. Alright, on to the next fight. Our Pyre a little bit fragile, but I think we're in much better shape than we were before. Unfortunately, enemies on each floor tends to deal you Pyre damage, so I probably have to go ahead and skip out on that one. There's a chance we could do it. We have the artifact to throw some damage at them with these and so on, but just too risky, so we'll have to skip gold. Okay, smaller top floor. It's actually still okay. Our champion is effectively free as far as capacity goes now, so he could deploy there anyway. That said, I like having the extra space, I think, for morsels and whatnot. So I'm just gonna set up the champion on the bottom and look to be casting lots of spells down here. Obviously that's a good one, and that's pretty decent as well. So we'll take a little bit of damage here, but that's fine. Play our Crucible Warden, then on this floor it definitely needs morsels to get effective. So. Oh, we get an extra draw from that as well, fantastic. Okay, just keep going here. Well, we drew a lot of dead weights, but we also eliminated an entire enemy there, that's pretty good. You want to be played at the front, so I'm certainly going to do that. Entumber Assault looking pretty solid here. And this is actually somewhat likely to draw a decent unit, that's not bad. So I'm going to start with this. And then one of these. Got Train Steward, not the best. But, you know, we'll deploy him at the top. He can play a bit of goalie. And in the meantime, just go ahead and apply some stuff here. Alright, we get a Cold Celia. As much as it would be nice to get the sweep going out on the bottom, I'm still gonna stick to the plan here, deploy her on this floor, and look to deploy our other Siren over here. Alright, this is a good hand for Frenzied Swarm. We don't mind discarding all these dead weights and all this other stuff we have. So just play the Shade Splitter. Okay, play the Emperor. Alright, play you. Play one of you, and play a Steward up here just for a little bit of value. And I won't risk discarding this, because I just want to make sure we discard our whole hand. Plus, dazing the sweep unit's actually pretty nice here anyway. Yeah, obviously getting this a bit powered up would be nice. Alright, start with this always. Might as well play one of these. No more room for stewards, so forget that guy. Play a couple of Shade Splitters here. You know, you're getting damage shield anyway. I guess I'll give you lifesteal. I'm not sure it matters a whole lot. This guy's sweeping us away anyway, so. Bummer there. And yeah, I'll just fire off Tornado as well. If we can get this floor to actually, you know, contribute in a more meaningful way, I think we're on our way to something pretty good here. All right, this is a nice one for the boss phase, and we're playing much more here. We just hold on to all of this. That's a lot less than I was expecting, I'm gonna be honest with you. But the Void Binding again should help out a bit. I guess the damage shields are kind of bad against the big multi-strike here, so it's probably a big part of why this isn't so good. That can go here. Alright, well, we got there in the end. We get to improve our units somewhat here, though. We're not exactly flush with cash, unfortunately. Okay, Shroud Spike is the kind of expo we were looking for. Wouldn't mind an Ember Cache. I would certainly pick one of these up. Even more excavated embers, more chances to consume stuff. That's all great. But Shroud Spike, the fact that it's we have both the Hell Pact and the extra energy, we can feed on a morsel some obscene amount of times, and it basically has permafreeze, so that's really strong. These ones I'm not as excited about. Skip. Alright, and once again, certainly hitting the Merchant of Steel, Pyre Health, a welcome reprieve as well. Cavern could still do something good. I don't remember. I don't know if you can get Dante this late. I don't know what other events are there that could be useful, but I'm sure there's something. Alright, so Endless, not very good. Health and attack, though, both decent. We certainly want health on the Crucible, and some health on the, or attack on the Concealer, excuse me, is great. And I guess we'll give this quick. That ends up being a pretty decent combo. It eliminates a lot of units before they get a chance to do anything too nasty. But once again, we managed to improve our other Siren very much, which sucks. So we got our option of more health or a Battle Stone. And this guy's really just there to absorb damage, so we'll give him just maximum health. Seems totally fine. And let's see what our cave event holds. Alright, we can get one of these things. Let's see here. Am I interested in Heartless? We do have these immortal trades, and we can occasionally get lifesteal morsels, so I don't think I want Heartless. So this is okay, but I think we're out of the danger zone as far as our Pyre, so I might just go for just a simple Hearthstone. And make our tanky Siren a little bit more tanky. It seems good. Not a huge upgrade, but helpful. Alright, we're off the Fell. Adding Scourge cards to my deck, well, you know, I think we'll be okay. Our deck's pretty big. Okay, so we could play that with a Frenzied Swarm, possibly. Unfortunately, smaller bottom floor. I guess that just means we abandon it, play on the middle and top. Seems alright. So, play Cold Celia, play our Champion, play our Siren, draw a card. And at this point, let's see. Just trying to figure out if I can play these Foregone Powers, how else goes. If Foregone Power discards Foregone Power, we're still okay. If it discards this, we're still okay. So we can play these and be safe. Obviously, would rather purge that than discard it, but be fine with what we're doing there, I think. Alright, we get our second Siren, so let's get that cracking. Let's some embers. Alright, not a phenomenal turn to draw. It would be nice to get rid of these stewards so that does something a little bit better for us, but you know, I'll deploy him down here. Looks like not much damage coming in, so maybe he can do something. Oh, lots of damage coming in this turn. If he dies, it's not really a huge concern. Alright, this isn't what we wanted to see. I mean, we get our tank at least. do have to be careful. I think these are gonna stick around, so we need to make sure we start getting them out of our hand. Because we will just take that fire damage every single turn. Go ahead and get rid of 2 of these. Oh, that draws a card. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the one card I didn't want to discard in my entire hand, so sure. Okay. Well, I think at the moment we're just looking to reduce fire damage, get rid of these things. Nice to not get the big one. That would have been pretty cool, but you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, as I play these, I'm just gonna get more of them. This is rough. We're not powering up our sirens. The boss might actually be a bit of an issue, but I don't think we can afford to be taking all this damage. It's not like our hands full of other cards we want to play either. Okay, could you not add one this turn? Alright, great. Thank you. So, 2 Shade Splitters versus a single Crypt Builder. I mean, the Crypt Builder does buy us a bit more in terms of preventing these guys from doing damage, so I think I'm gonna go that direction. We need to start powering this guy up a bit. Okay. This fight sure sucks a whole heck of a lot, I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, good, we get to draw that. I'm so happy. We were supposed to set up on the bottom just to eliminate all these things from being in our deck. But we are alive. I don't think we're going to be dying to any more of these guys, so now it's just a matter of actually getting the boss killed with what we have. Don't know how feasible that is at the moment. Lifesteal Morsel certainly can't hurt. We're get rid of the stewards while we have the opportunity to do so. And probably play this Tornado while I have the chance as well. I think here's okay. That was very lucky. Alright, how's this floor doing for me? 178 is not where I want it to be, but let's see what we can find on these things. Okay, we found a Void Binding, we have our Immortal Trade. We still have our Kindle, looking to do something cool with that. The rest of these not doing much, so I guess the question is, would we rather hold on to these for the final floor or try and deploy some of them down here? Let's see. Assess 3 damage shield. Rage. Like, applying some Frostbite's good, but this floor deals, what, 26, 37 damage? Like, this just deals so much more damage. I think I'm gonna hold on to these. Tumber Assault not doing much. Let's just get out of here. Just have to hope this floor can handle it with a little bit of help. Go ahead and play what we can. Okay, offering tokens, certainly fine. And now, let's see, this is Rage and 2 damage shield. So there's no reason to apply these to the same unit. The lifesteal and the energy, or the damage shield just kind of don't work well together, so we'll split up like this. Alright, and that is enough to get us the kill. Good stuff. Obviously, pretty bad fight for us with the Scourges they were added to the deck. A bit more of a threat than I had anticipated. but you know, we managed to get through it. That's good. Let's see what cards we have. Okay, so these Pyrebound cards, again, much better when we retain our cards in our hand the entire time, so I'll probably go for Siren Song. It's just a stronger card than Ice Empire in general. And we have to decide if we like even more draw or a little bit of extra energy at this point. Again, these provide more energy than they provide draw, though the second time through the deck is a little bit harder. But I think draw is still where we want to be, so let's just hope that's good enough. Of course, the much needed Pyre heal is certainly helpful. Alright, so we don't have too much money. Let's see where we want to go in the final circle here. Duplication is interesting. There's definitely lots of good spells we wouldn't mind having extras of. So I might look to go that way. We have, what, one unit upgrade really to complete at this point. Alright, and here we can go for that. This. I think despite the fact that I'd really like to get this stupid Siren of the Sea upgraded, I'm going to wait to do it in the final circle, and for now pick up some magic upgrades, remove some stuff. The stewards have been getting in the way a lot. And yeah, the Cavern still could do something. And then hopefully we can duplicate an improved spell in the final circle. Though I suppose if we go the other way, we could pick up lots of Pyre health, which is also not bad. We are low on Pyre health. And this gives us money to spend right away, which is something, because the challenge is probably going to be tricky. So maybe that's actually the better way to go. Just stay low, safe. Yeah, alright. Take a quick look at our champion options. Unfortunately, Glutton not what we're looking for, so we'll just go for it. Yeah, it's not like 140 is bad, don't get me wrong. It's a powerful unit there. Okay, we get multi-strike, that's big. Go ahead and grab that. And then just give it 10 attack as well. Easy pickup, and this doesn't apply anywhere, so it's fine. Can't afford a purge, it's also fine. And this actually generates a space now, so we might... Oh, we're not going to duplicate, are we? Might still be worth it to make an extra Siren. Have to think about that. But for now, can't do much about any of that, so move on to the next fight. And once again, we get the Restore All Health for 400 coins. We have 54 Pyre health. I mean, this has gotten quite a bit stronger. Our champion now deals 100 damage as well. That's pretty good. We do have these big tanks in the way, which are annoying. And we are going to be getting more of these annoying cards if we can't get the Coltelia early on. But I'm going to take this challenge and hope to get a little bit lucky. Could be dangerous, to be certain, but I do think we can do it. Alright, that I don't think bothers us too much, right? I have to think about it now. The Penumbra generates a space, so we'll be at 5, yeah, so we're still fine playing in the top floor, just for the days. Play our Sirens, make sure we get the right ones in the right spots. I'm going to start putting this one in the back now with the multi-strike. That could end up helping out here. Alright, and might as well fire the Prism Retrieval off, I think. Okay, just get a Train Steward, totally fine. The other creatures will be looking to set up on the bottom, so we want to leave that alone. So let's just play this guy here. And kind of want to save this Siren Song. It could end up being relevant on some of these early waves, but yeah, I guess I can always play this next turn. We have more cards in hand, so let's hold on to it. Okay, well, we draw the Coltelia, which is good, and it's quick, so we won't die at least. I don't think I can afford to not play it, so I'm going to play it even though it's going to take some damage. Get rid of these, of course. Should have maybe played a Foregone Power first. It's okay. Get a Steward in the way here. Okay, Shroud Spike could do something someday. And yeah, I'm just gonna start playing these. I think. Well, I can hold on to one. Let's see. I can grind 7. Nah, I shouldn't. All right. Yeah, we drew a Crucible Warden, that's nice. We aren't killing this, which is less nice. We'll have to see if we can do anything about that, or if we're just looking at the Siren Song. So also have an additional daze, because it's already dazed. So we get 160 damage for free, that's pretty good. In the meantime, start with these Embers. Didn't quite get us what we want, and again, certainly want to play the Crucible Warden. And keep getting self-mutilations out of the deck. Okay, we get an Immortal trade, not sure that does a whole lot. Let's see, so this will restore health. We could apply... Actually, if we do this, this just dies anyway. I don't think we can kill anything with the Entumbra Assault, which is a little bit annoying. I would like to do something with that. Maybe we can Shade Split and then do it. And actually, that gives us a few more triggers as well, so... Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this, and then eliminate it. Get some nice stuff going. Give this guy... Sure, we'll give him some lifesteal, why not? Play our Morsel here. And so now there's no reason to play the Siren Song. Maybe we save that for next round if we need. I will play one more Shade Splitter. Just or let's see. Yeah, and just hold on to the rest of these cards, I think is correct. I would like to actually fire the Shroud Spike off at some point. I guess I could even do it for 0, but I really want to get our Mondo combo going of playing for the energy doublers. Alright, we did draw the energy doubler, and we're even going to have extra energy. So that's really fantastic news. Okay, we can stun this floor if we'd like. We're out of 3 cards, so let's start with the Kindle here. Okay. Alright, now we're killing because of all the consume cards, that's great. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a good Morsel Generation card, I'm realizing, so... Oh, it's energy, no! That's the one thing I didn't want. I'm still gonna do it for the millions of damage shields here, but... obviously not what we were looking for. Oh boy. We'll give it a minute. Alright, well, this floor should last a while now. In the meantime, let's figure out what we want to do. Crypt building. I could push one of these tanks to the back. That seems solid to me. Might actually just do that down here. And you're fine. Yeah, at this point I'm less worried about that. And might as well throw a Steward out. And I'll hold on to these for now. Again, if that was a morsel that actually, you know, did something, that would have been obviously much better, but it is what it is. Not quite killing here, but these consumes should get the job done. There's some dead weights. Oh, come on, discard. Play a couple of Shade Splitters. Sure, why don't you have one more damage shield? I'm sure that'll make a huge difference. Well, we have 2 waves remaining. It's okay if we discard a couple of these, I think. But kind of like to get this out of our hand. It's not going to matter anymore. Can I play it here? Let's see. So it's going to be dazed for 4 turns, meaning it takes 160, and then this deals 7654. So it's not quite enough, unfortunately. Holding on to it, I guess. So I'll do this down here. And that. Get this Train Steward out of our deck. And... you know, this is too many dead weights at this point. I'd rather just go ahead and discard this hand. Oh, we're just killing on the first floor because of the millions of damage shield. You know, that makes sense. That makes quite a bit of sense. I guess there's no point doing much here. Since that's all gonna die anyway. Yeah, poor boss just having to deal with so many damage shields. Alright, so we made it through with the trial. That's excellent. We have lots of money to spend in our following turn. And I will take an Ember Cache here. I'm excited to see more Excavated Embers. Consumes great for us because of the Quill, so... yep, see that one. Crystalline Seed's sort of in a similar boat. It has Consume and the Frostbite's good. Titan's Tooth may be a little bit better. We don't have, like, consistent ways discarded though, and it's expensive to play, so actually I'm gonna take the Crystalline Seeds. It's totally fine. And we have to decide which path to take here. So, despite the fact that the Steel Merchant won't do anything for us, I think this might still be the way to go. Our champion generates one slot at the moment, so if the top floor is smaller, we can't fit a second Siren, I guess. And we are looking to set up on the top floor. So maybe that's not correct. Maybe we go to the right. Gives us the ability to spend our money in hopefully a useful way if we don't find any good artifacts. The health will be good, the remove will be good. And if we do have the space on the top floor, actually we can try to get our Prism Retrieval going for quite a bit. And, you know, a Train Steward with like 40 power or something in the back. Not as good as this, but still okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Extra space on the middle floor. Interesting. Shadow Box, 20th Morsel. No, that's not something we want. And first Morsel, draw 1. Also not that interested. Extra card draw is always good, but we just don't generate morsels all that reliably. So Mindjax is like interesting. We could try to potentially set up a bigger middle floor in some fashion. But I don't think it's quite what we want. I'm gonna reroll. Like, this would be better than nothing, but I just think we can hit better than it. These weren't really it. I might pick up the Precious Plating just because it's a nice little buffer, but kind of whiffed there. Let's see what we can find here. Consume. This is fine, but our deck is too big, so we're like, by the time we get back around again, it's just not a big deal. 10 magic power could actually be good here. That lets us eliminate some units that we couldn't otherwise. And then cost reduction. Probably just wanted on one of these 3 cost spells, for sure. And then, yeah, I'll take a reroll, double stack. This would be what? 4 damage shield, 12 rage versus 8 lifesteal. 8 lifesteal's pretty good, honestly. Frenzied Swarm playing 2 days, like, fine. 20 magic power and consume. Not that interested. Another minus cost. Really didn't hit super great there. So I will pick up the Precious Plating. And I will still eliminate 2 stewards. We don't need as many of them for sure. I guess I can't afford another remove, so we might as well do some of this stuff. Could make one of these X cost cards cheaper, just to give it that bit of extra oomph. You know what, sure, we'll make the spike go off a little bit harder, and... I don't know, is the Ice Tornado even that good? Like, we have extra energy, it's fine, but beyond that, is it a strong card? I guess we just don't have that many other good cards to draw in the deck, so I don't really want to consume it. We'll keep our 60 gold for good luck, and see how we do in this boss. It's been an interesting run for sure. Alright. So small floor. Ooh, small floor at the top kind of sucks. So that means the big steward plan isn't going to work quite as well, as this extends this floor by 1, making a 5. But I do think it's important to fight at the top where we just don't have to worry about incoming damage quite as much, so I'm going to set up that way. And we'll just have to hope the units we have are good enough. Alright, so here... Somewhat tempted to maybe hit the Crypt Builder on that fellow instead, but I want to get the incants going here, so do that. Certainly play one Assault, and might as well play Shade Splitter as well, and just get a couple of decent effects going on our champion. Not a horrible first turn, though not an amazing one. Okay, we have a Sweeper as well, so that would have made the Steward plan a bit worse in any case. Alright. I do want to try and get the Goldcelia set up on the bottom, so I think that means I have to set this whole thing up on the bottom, though I guess none of these guys are adding statuses or anything, so there's not any harm doing on the middle floor either. And it means we get to not deal with Ember Drain for 1 extra turn, so that might be the better way to go here. For now, let's play a couple of these, see what we draw. See how many cards do we have in hand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we need to get rid of 1 card before our Winged Steel procs, and we draw too many, so play this guy in the middle. Okay, we drew a Shade Splitter, which is kind of okay. Let's see if we can get a good morsel here. Nope, we got the energy morsel, so I'm going to hold this combo. Even though that would have been a good turn, we have all that extra energy, but I would like to get some kind of effect beyond just energy, I think. We'll of course play this, and may as well dump the Steward at this point. They're not going to do anything, so let's get them out of here. I'm really looking for a tank for the top floor, though I guess it doesn't matter as much with the fact they're going to be dazed up here unless Sarah decides to come along and undaze them. Certainly an option there. So yeah, because I want to hold this combo, I want to be a little bit careful with my foregone powers. So I think I will just Tornado this floor for the time being. And hold on to the rest of my cards. Okay, that's a little bit inconvenient. Get our Siren though, which I guess is something. I might have to just end up playing the Frenzied Swarm here and try to get back around to this, which isn't where you want to be, but what can you do, you know? I will fire off some of these, I think. Yeah, this is just worth it. It gets rid of the Ember Drain for us, for the turn at least, and then stops us from just taking absurd amounts of damage. So, really need to find our Sweeper. Hey, there it is. Ask and ye shall receive. Ugh, we were hoping this would stay dazed. The Ember Drain is going to really suck for us here, but maybe we can eliminate it through just consume cards. Kind of drew a bunch of them here, so that's really nice. Well, certainly if we draw like this, we will. And keep going. Alright. Play a couple of Shade Splitters. Okay, they're the same things, so it doesn't really matter where they go. Certainly want to play as much as I can. That doesn't apply Ember Drain, so I just have to figure out where these seeds are going. I think I'll just toss them down here, deals a little bit extra damage as well. Yeah, this is worth it down here as well, just for extra value, but I'll go ahead and Frostbite the boss, even though it'll dismiss the Frostbite on itself later. Okay. Really would like you to stop doing that, please. Okay, Siren Song might be the play here. Certainly gonna play Ember Cache, that just makes sense. Yeah, this guy will deal some small amount of damage, but we don't care, and it gets him out of our face, so... Yeah, we take 10, totally fine. Go ahead and eliminate our other steward here to draw a dead weight, unfortunately. And just go ahead and try to get them out of our hand. Don't have too many waves left to redraw our Wombo combo here, and we're running out of energy, unfortunately, as well. Alright, we drew pretty poorly here. At least this is dazed. That coming through is unfortunate, but what can you do? This, I believe, has 0 units, so we'll get rid of it. Keep playing these. And just play as many spells as we can. Hopefully our discards hit what we want, and they mostly did there. Yeah, it'd be really nice to get a bunch of shields applied here before the boss actually comes. Man, that was rough. Okay, well, we're not dying quite yet, which is good. In the meantime, let's see what we can draw. And we're probably just going to Siren Song once again. Take a little bit of fire damage, totally fine. Let's see. I need to get rid of a card, so I'll start with that one. Take another 10. Okay, didn't draw great. Though the assault's decent here. Lets us yeah, get a kill on something and make some decent... Oh, we only get the one because I'm a silly goose. Lifesteal? Lifesteal's pretty good down here, actually. Burn next time. Oh, this is sweep, though. I guess I could Void Bind the Morsel. You know, not the play I exactly wanted to make, but sure. And then definitely play as many of these as I can. This is going to be a close one, for sure. If we can get what we need before the boss actually shows up on this floor, we'll be in fantastic shape, but currently we're Ember Drain, which is not good. And I think the final wave is coming, so we don't have a ton of time left to execute this. Alright. So I can play the Shade Splitter. If it's a good morsel, I can hold on to it for the next turn. If it's a bad one, like the energy one, I can just play it again. Let's see. We're drawing another Shade Splitter, so that should be fine. So just go ahead and play this for now. Okay, we draw the Shade Splitter. That's okay. Yeah, and I think we just do nothing. Man, I actually should have gotten the Purge on these Ice Tornadoes. They really haven't been good. But there we go. Just get some days. That's great. Of course, the shield's not as good with the boss having lots of multi-strike, but nevertheless... okay, that's actually okay here as well. Alright, well at this point we're kind of prized into doing this, so I'm going to. Okay, so another energy morsel. So that's unfortunate, though. It'll give us the energy to play the other stuff in our hand, which is maybe something. We could have gotten better morsels. This would have been so, so good. As is, it's going to be okay. Doing 600 damage. Fine. We're doing fine up here, so I guess we just fire off all these tornadoes and everything. Don't know how much this changes, but don't see any reason not to do it. And we'll certainly do the Frenzy Tour. I'm just wondering if I want to play these Immortal Traits. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is hold on to all this. Yeah, of course, that's way better. Get to stun the boss the next turn and also apply 8 lifesteal to our front unit. That should go a long way. This should at least give us a little bit of frostbite to work with on the next floor. So I think we're gonna be okay, but man, just any stat giving morsel would have been so much better. Okay, looks like we're already killing, so we're totally fine. But you know, I might as well run up the score, right? It's just always fun. Yeah, you know, some frostbite, a morsel, some frostbite, and stun. Alright, finally got another challenge down in the books. Obviously got quite lucky with the cave event we got, but you know, I'm not going to complain. A win is a win, and that's one way to do this challenge, certainly. Had we gotten different luck, we maybe would have tried something else, or maybe we would have died horribly, who knows. But that one's in the books, and as always, we'll be back with more of regular runs and of challenges. So thank you for watching. Let's see, we got 19 spent on X cost card and largest deck size. Cool. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.